Welcome back. What is this thing? No comment? That means there's only one thing we can do. He hit his head on the way down, apparently. Yeah, so some enemies you apparently have to shoot. Just kind of weird. Oh, hello. This is what we're doing now? Speaking of Attack the Toy Bots, this reminds me a lot of Attack the Toy Bots. The slight segments. The controls are really, really slippery. Yeah, this is how I'd expect this to go for Squidward. I wonder if I lose all my power-ups and whatnot if I switch characters like I did in... Jeez! Like I did in Hero Pants. We'll have to see. I might. I see! Is this personalized for me playing as Squidward, or is that just a coincidence?
Golly, hard to believe that tiny Plankton could do so much damage.
Well, it's not tiny. This really, really feels like one of the boss battles in Super Mario Galaxy.
You see, I owe it all to these Energon power cells.
Oh, those are like Nutrient batteries? Or Nutrient, was it?
Using these babies, Karen was able to build me this freaky robot battle suit and an entire robot army. Yes, and a little help from the Plankton family as well.
Cool.
I assure you that I will find these blasted keys, but I have one more thing I must do before I am on my way to world domination.
Wait, so does Mr. Krabs have memorized where the keys are? Because we don't have the map.
Destroy the lot of you, that's what! Sick 'em, boys!
Do I have to pick up shells and throw them at Plankton?
Yes!
Oh, if only I wasn't severely hurting. Oh no. From the lead into this fight. Ow. Well, I am attacking in a ranged fashion from here, actually, so it's actually not that different. I guess it's just a good setup for a video game boss fight. Kind of nice that I don't have to aim, I guess, but also means I just hold B and that's it. And I guess there are games that work on that principle just fine, like manic shooters generally, top-down shooters. They'll have bosses where all you really have to do is survive a boss fight while you slowly do damage to the boss. I wonder if this game scales at all in difficulty with more players or not. If not, life might get a little bit hard for me. Like, moving from side to side isn't going to make it hard to hit you because I don't actually have to aim anyways. Yeah, but we don't have a lot of life to work with, so... Picked up something, but it seems like it was some kind of, like, power source for gizmos that I'm not using, I guess? I did promise I would talk about the opening of the last episode, that being the first episode in this episode, and I'll try to do that, but I prefer to not be in a boss fight where I'm on the brink of death first. So far, and this is a super early impression, so far this is seeming like what's it called? Like, I always have a hard time remembering names of things, I don't know why. Even if I've, like, been talking about it actively. Hero Pants, it seems like what Hero Pants should have been. Oh, you shot more rapidly that time for some reason. This would go off so much faster if I could shoot faster, if I got that upgrade, but oh well. Oh. Just strafe. Not too bad. Like I said, safest thing to do is just use your ground pound on these guys. I wish I could shoot you from here, for some reason I can't, because your eyes closed, I guess. I think this might be the last cycle. Camera's a little zoomed out here, to be honest. But I guess I can manage. Ooh, I was playing it risky there. Okay, shoo. Gizmo thinks for some reason. Is there any in-universe explanation for the gizmos, or is that just us having fun?
We did it! Chalk up one more victory to the forces of good!
And stock photos. Or images, I guess.
Not so fast, young core bearer. You may have won this first battle, but I assure you that victory will be mine. My
It's
robot
interesting
army
noticing
will
how
have those keys
different people
anytime
write these
now.
characters differently.
You'll finally possess the fabled formula for the Krabby Patty.
Squidward. Plankton uses a lot of big words in this game compared to some other
Oh,
appearances of him.
I suggest giving up this charade and going home. Maybe a nice cup of tea before bed.
It is
No,
late.
Squidward, we've got to beat Plankton to those keys.
Why'd we come out here?
Yeah, Squidward.
Do we just not know where the
Oh,
keys are? There we go, that's how you upgrade stuff. So the question is, if I play as someone else, what happens? So Spongebob starts out with the condiments. Or does he? No, he starts out with whatever this is too. Curious if I have to unlock stuff separately for each character, because that means I'm going to have to lock myself into someone, unfortunately. But I should at least briefly show off each character. I guess it's a SpongeBob game. I should start with SpongeBob a little bit too. I have a lot of upgrade stuff. Can I not upgrade the thing right now? Well, it says how much it costs. Oh, because SpongeBob has no money. Well, SpongeBob never has money. But yeah, that's the problem. So I have different amounts of money for each character. Yes, I do. Oh, that's painful. So the game's gonna be hard at first, I think is what's gonna happen. I'll entertain each character briefly, and then I'll probably just lock myself into Squidward afterwards. Because I like him being acknowledged in a game. Mr. Krabs is about as rare to see in a game, I think, as playable as well. But Squidward entertains me more. So we're still in Dutchman world. Oh, that's interesting. So does the color indicate who it actually belongs to? Huh. So Squidward just happens to have the gray looking gears. Oh, that was really slow. Is SpongeBob's
Bubbles.
bounce actually slower? My 3-hit combo seems the same. I didn't get the impression characters would be different. Yeah, see, like, the camera moves around and whatnot, and you just have more varied shapes in the environment and whatnot. Level design-wise, this is... I don't know, maybe it'll eventually get old as time goes on, but I can't see this possibly getting as dull as Hero Bands did, because there's just more happening here. And we're not in some weird abstract environment either. Or there isn't really even a background to be seen. Like, we're in an actual place from the show. That was one of the things that bugged me about that game. We never even got to see anything from the show, really, because it was all... I guess I can't do anything to that. Because it was all... just new environments that didn't actually correspond to anything. I guess that fully charges you or something, if you pick that up. Oh, it does.
Feel tingly now.
There we go, I was wondering if I could do that. Aha! I can hit that thing, but I can't lock onto it. It's really strange. Oh, can't hit you like that.
Another one down. Yes.
Okay. So they do still drop some things behind that you need to stay back and pick up, even though the colored bits move towards you, apparently. We've also got dynamic music in this game, which I don't think we ever had in that game. Yeah, you can't just jump into the middle like that. And you can shoot things from afar, but I don't see why I wouldn't. I could just... I guess I could try to do both things at once. Hold the shoot button and also do other things to my enemies. This game does that same thing, I feel like, where... I feel like the animation is similar with SpongeBob, at least SpongeBob himself. I don't think it's the same model or anything. I don't think. And it was a while since I played Hero Bands, but where SpongeBob's body does not move. It's just his legs. Which bugs me. Also, I noticed the game's a little slow right now, and the music's getting weird sounding because of it. I have an idea that I might try out between this episode and the next to fix that, so don't worry. Fortunate thing is, if there are ever any technical difficulties, I always encounter them sooner rather than later. And sooner is when it matters more to make a good impression. So apologies for that. But I think we're managing. It's weird. It seems to cycle between a couple of smaller songs. Okay. Spongebob got some stuff. Well, let's actually just switch to someone else. Pat!
Thanks much.
But I do not heal. That's interesting. Oh, Patrick's looking serious. Oh, he does a cannonball. I hoped he would do the belly flop. His little spin. It's kind of weird. It doesn't really do like a proper spin. He like rotates a little bit to the left and then... See, that time he does a full spin, I think. Sometimes he does like a little bit of a turn to left and then turns back right again. See, there he did. He has a full 360. If I do a double jump, I think he does a full 360. But if I do a single jump, he doesn't. He turns a little bit to the left and then to the right. Which is very strange. Patrick just punches stuff. Oh, there we go. He uses himself in an interesting way in his 3-hit combo, at least. Well, I will say I'm not hearing as much repetitive dialogue yet as in Hero Dance, so I think this game's already better on that front. Food. I almost wish I could hear him talk a little bit more, but they still say things. Kinda wish I could turn on subtitles, just because I'm oftentimes speaking over things and there's lots of sound in the game too. To override whatever it is I'm trying to listen to. Oh, I'm sorry. I never talked about what it was that was weird about the opening of last episode. For some reason, if I'm recording this game, and only if I'm recording the game crashes when that one opening credit screen comes up. That one video that last episode started on. It's such a strange thing. I've never seen a game do that. But because of that, and that was why I thought the game wasn't working right when I first tried to record this game and I played Freeze Frame Frenzy instead. Ow. Finger cut. Causing problems. So I just figured there was a problem with the game, but no, every time I tested it when I wasn't recording it worked fine. What was happening? So I eventually figured out I just had to skip to after that video and then start recording. Anyway, speaking of stopping recording, I'll stop here, and next episode we'll see if the game lags a little bit less. Actually, it's running just fine right now. In fact, I can get it to run at 105% speed. Ha! 110! 27! Anyways, bye everyone.